नव्यावृत्तं विशेषेभ्यो नानुवृत्तं च गोत्ववत् अव्यावृत्ताननुगतं चैतन्यं केन वीक्ष्यताम् Gargi's question was, in what does or in what is this Avyakrita Akasha? Avyakrita Akasha, Prakriti, Maya is centered. The purpose of asking the question is to defeat Yajnavalkya, because if he says this is the basis or in this Avyakrita Akasha, Prakriti, Maya is centered, he is going to describe something which is beyond the description of the word. So therefore he is foul. Suppose he doesn't reply, he loses the debate, he is not a Vadi at all, therefore also he loses the prize. So this way, that she had asked, Yajnavalkya gives the answer, etadvai tadaksharam gargi brahmanaha abhivadanti 388. This is that akshara which brahmanaha abhivadanti. Brahmana means jnani speak of about this. So here both defects are eliminated. Why? Number one, he has answered. Number two, he has not described akshara that I am describing. Who are telling this? Brahmana, Jnanis. If you want to settle account with them, you do with them. I am not the party in that. So I know it cannot be described by the word. So this way he says, now word by word this statement. A reply. Etadvai tadaksharam gargi brahmanaha abhivadanti is being now explained. What is that etat? Etat speaks of proximity. That which is the most proximate. And what is the most proximate? Oneself. I, Atma. So therefore, this Akshara, what is that? Akshara Brahma is what? Verily Sakshi Swarupa Atma. And being the I, what you should do? It itself being the I, you should discover on your own the identity, the Ekatmya between that Akshara Brahma and I Sakshi Atma. And it is something which is Swaprabha, it is something which is self-luminous, it is something which is verily knowledge principle. So that is what is meant by etad. Etad shows the proximate thing. Proximity means Sakshi Swarupa, means Pratyagatma Swarupa only. And how it is to be known? Pratyaktaya tadaikatmyam svayameva pratiyatam. On your own. Even without the intervention of any sense organs, organs of actions or antakarana, because it is really the knowledge principle, Swaprakasha. How it is Swaprakasha? So that was derived in stanza 251. Navyavrittam visheshebhya nanuvrittam cha got. It is not something which is distinct from specific objects in the world. Now see, you say microphone. Microphone is distinct from the book. Book is distinct from the table. Table is distinct from the car. So like this, it is not something. Akshara is something which is distinct from all these. Then is it something which is a common factor in all these? These things are there, like different cows are there, but the cowness is common. Is it like that? No, it is also not conforming to something which is a common thing in that. Why? Because it is something that is Purna. What do you mean by Purna? What do you mean by Purna? There is nothing other than itself Advitiya. If at all you perceive or experience something else, it is something falsely superimposed. That and that alone is, that is what is said is Avyavrittananugatam. Avyavritta means Navyavritta. Not distinct from different objects which have got specific feature. Nor not anugata. Ananugata means it is not something which is inhering like a common factor in all this. It is the very basis of entire creation on which the Jagat is superimposed. But Jagat has no existence apart from this Chaitanya Swarupa. And that is what is it? Chaitanyam. It is nothing but the Chaitanya Tattva, the very knowledge principle, the Jnapti Tattva, because of which we are able to perceive, we are able to think. What you see, hear, taste, touch, smell is because of what? Chaitanya. Why a dead body can't do all this? It's because, suppose body is there, so that means something is missing. What is missing? We can't say Chaitanya is missing, Chidabhasa is missing. Why is Chidabhasa is missing? Antakarana is absent. So therefore, finally that Chaitanya because of which you are able to perceive and experience anything and everything, whether good, bad, indifferent, joy, sorrow, is what? Is your Swarupa. How far you are from yourself? How far Atma from us? At least we have heard this or not. I am not asking whether you understood or not. Okay, that is not for us. At least you have heard. If you have not heard, better see an ENT fellow. So, have you heard or not? Because, are you able to see or not? Yes. You have to smell, touch this. Because of what? That is what is it? That Chaitanyam Kena Vikshatam. Who can objectify it? Who can know as this? Why? All blessed things that you can know is because of the Chaitanya illumined, made known to you by this Chaitanya, that cannot be an object of any means of knowledge. It cannot be an object of any means of knowledge. Neither it can see it, hear it, taste it, touch it, smell it, nor can you objectify by the mind or intellect. So therefore, Kena Vikshatam. That means, by whom can such Chaitanya be known? By what such Chaitanya can be known? Means no one can know it, nothing can know it. Nothing can know it means how? As a Vishaya. Otherwise what will happen? Atma Jnana will be impossible. No, there is a method of gaining, knowing with a Swarupa. But me knowing this means with a very simple fact that you say me, what do you mean by that? I know Chaitanya. I did research. Which embodiment. Gone. If you are taking embodiment and then taking something else Chaitanya, you don't know what blessed Chaitanya is. So there is no division possible. So therefore, Kena Vikshatam, by whom can it be known or by what can it be known? It is not possible. So in this manner, Etad is explained in the context of which that Saprakashatva also derived or shown. Now, Etad Vai, that word Vai in that 388 in the Yajnavalkya's answer. So, what is that Vai? Vai stands for Prasiddhi. What is this Prasiddhi? Let us see. So, that is Prasiddhi of this Chaitanya, which is the Akshara, which is the very basis of Avyakrita Akasha. What is that Prasiddhi? Let us see. Yasmat prasiddham nastyanyat prasiddham yanna kasyachit saprabhatvad asangatvad vaishabda sat prasiddhaye. Anvaya. Yasmat anyat prasiddham na asti. Yat kasyachit prasiddham na. Yat kasyachit prasiddham na. Swaprabhatvat asangatvat vaishabdaha tat prasiddhaye. Now here, Vai meaning is given is what? What Shruti says as Siddhi. Prasiddhi means what? Well known. Well known where? We don't know at all Akshara. Well known in the Shastra. But everywhere Prasiddhi doesn't mean well known. So therefore here two words Prasiddha are there in the first line, and then Prasiddhaye, again the second line also is there, different meanings are there. Yasma, we'll see each of the word, what does it mean, we'll see. Yasmat means Yasmat Akshara. than this akshara. With respect to this akshara, yasmat here not because, okay, this doesn't mean because here. Yasmat akshara, from which akshara, fifth case it is, means with related to, in respect of which akshara, anyat prasiddham na asti, means other than, it means like this, other than this akshara Brahma, something else is not prasiddha, means here prasiddha means evident or existing on its own. So, there is nothing else that is evident or existing on its own other than this akshara. Means, if anything else is evident or existence, it is on account of who? This akshara only, not independently. On its own, there is nothing that is evident. On its own, there is nothing that is existent. Think of it. If Chaitanya were not there, what can you know? What is said? If Chaitanya were not there, what is the phrase? Jagadandhyam prasiddhet. There will be stupor, inertia, nothing will be known. So therefore, there is nothing else. If Chaitanya is not there, how do you say something is there? Existence. Without him you can't have the existence. Therefore, so yasmad akshara, other than this akshara Brahma, anyat prasiddham nasti, there is nothing else that is existent or evident on its existing on its own or evident. Maybe then someone may know this as an object. The Chaitanya Brahma may be prasiddha, may be known to someone as a Vishaya. No, that also is not there. Says yat. Yat means yat aksharam. Kasyachit prasiddham na. Here prasiddha means known as an object. It is not known as an object by anyone. Why? It is the very principle because of which you are able to know everything. So therefore, so first prasiddha is evident or existing on its own. Second prasiddha is knowing as an object. So it is not a Vishaya of anyone as such. Why so? What is the reason for that? The reason is that is not known as Vishaya means Paramarthataha, there is nothing other than Akshara Brahma. In reality, there is nothing other than Akshara Brahma. Why is it so? What is the reason for this? Swaprabhatvad asangatvad. This Akshara Chaitanya is what? Swaprabha. Swaprabha means Swaprakasha. It is a very knowledge principle. So knowledge principle because of which you are able to know anything including what you don't know. So Swaprabhatvad. Again, Asangatva. Asanga, independent, not limited by anything. So existing on its own. So, see, that which is independent and that can exist on its own alone is Asanga. Otherwise, if dependence is there, it can't be Asanga at all. So therefore, says Asangatva, being something which is independent, existing on its own. Therefore, in Yajnavalkya's answer, Vaishabdaha tat prasiddhai. That etadvai, what Vaishabda is, tat prasiddhai. What is this tat prasiddhai? Let us first see what is prasiddhai here. Prasiddhai means to reveal. Reveal what? Tat. What is that tat? The prasiddhi of Akshara. See, Tat stands for the actual meaning of Vai, the prasiddhi, the well-known aspect of that. And this prasiddhaye means to reveal. Tat, therefore, Tat prasiddhaye means to reveal the prasiddhi, that its nature is like this, so well described Shastra. Vai word is used by who? Yajnavalkya. So now, how many words we have seen now? Etad Vai. Tad aksharam gargi brahmanaha abhivadanti. What is that tad? What is the meaning of tad in that the answer of Yajnavalkya? Let us see. Tad, what is tad generally? that this stands for Sakshi Pratyekatma. Y stands for its nature, which is Asanga Swaprakasha, well known in the Shastra. This Akshara, that what? That means what? Yajnavalkya remembers what was discussed earlier. So in Kahola Prashna, so he has discussed this, and that I described earlier. So therefore, that Sakshat, Aparoksha, etc. and also Ashanayadi Pipasa Varjita, but was told that Atma Sarupa, that itself is this Brahma, Akshara. So that is what is refers to now. Tat, meaning of Tat now, in the Yajnavalkya's answer. Sakshadityadina purvam Yoshanayadina tatha Yatnadabhita pratyak Tatshabdena sagrihati. Anvaya Purvam yaha pratyak sakshat ityadina tatha ashanayadina yatnad abhitah saha tatshabdena grihati. See, what he is now describing, Akshara. He have already hinted at the identity between Akshara and Pratyekatma. Well known, the Shastra also pointed out. Pratyekatma is already described earlier. The same Pratyekatma I described earlier is verily this Akshara Brahma identity has to be discovered. Purvam, earlier where? In Kahola Prashna. In Kahola Prashna, Brahadaranyaka 351, and here in this chapter, stanzas 133 to 187. Long back, okay? We are at 253 now. So, in stanzas 133 to 187, where Kahola Prashna about Atma Sarupa was being discussed, so that Purvam Yaha Atma Pratyagatma. Which Pratyagatma was described how? The Yaha Pratyak. Yaha Pratyak means which Pratyagatma? How is what described? Says Sakshad Ityadina. Sakshad Aparokshad Brahma. So that is Sakshad. That means why? What is the Sakshad? What is Sakshat? Direct means what? Not known through any means of cognition, not through Indriyas, not Antakarana, which is verily the knowledge principle. Aparoksha, verily your Swarupa. So therefore, so Sakshat Ityadina, in terms of this, not only that, Tatha Ashanayadina, Ashanayadyati Tatvena. So that means that which free from Ashanayadi, 351 Brahadaranyaka. So that which is free from hunger, thirst means samsara varjita. Free from hunger, thirst means free from samsara. If hunger and thirst were not there, how nice it would have been, isn't it? I think 50% of the problems would have got solved. Other 50% would have been there because of some idiocy of wanting this and that. So Ashanayadina, that free from hunger and thirst means free from samsara, tatha Ashanayadina. So that Pratyagatma, how was it described? Yatnad abhita. Yatnad, with great effort. What is that effort? He was excavating something. Yajnavalkya means sasadhanam, with the means of gaining the knowledge. What were the means of gaining the knowledge which you have forgotten? You need not forget. Vedanta has got already ready sadhana, which you don't like at all. Vedanta is very good, interesting, except one thing. Except what? Vairagya. So, somebody said, riddled with desire, of what use is that Vedanta? It is useless. Yes. Bosom is full of desires and what? Vedanta, what is of use? Some academic interest, some time pass, some what? Solace to the mind, that is fine. That is not, there is a saying. Muh mein Ram, bagal mein Kaam. So that, Muh mein Ram, bagal mein Kaam. So like that is of no means. What is useless means it doesn't work, that's all. That Vedanta doesn't work. That is what. So that is main thing. Because why? All problems are because of wanting this and that. You are hooked to that. Hooked to what? Embodiment. So long as identifying the body is there, what Vedanta can work? All attempts of Vedanta, even before and after, are to get rid of this identification and discover directly the Swarupa. So it is right opposite only as such. So that is the case. So yatna means with the sadhana, that is with the description of the sadhana of gaining the knowledge, namely two things. What are those two things? Eshanatraya tyaga and sannyasa. So Eshanatraya tyaga and sannyasa. With these two, stanzas 133 to 187, this was described. So with this, that's what yatna with the means of gaining that knowledge, abhitaha, to describe, saha, that pratyagatma, tat shabdena griyati. So here is referred to, griyati means taken to, referred to by the word tat shabda. Which tat shabda here? Tat word used in etadvai tadaksharam gargi brahmanaha abhivadanti. So how far we have come now? Etad vai tat. What is akshara? Akshara Brahma. Ksharad viruddha dharmatvat. Aksharam Brahma bhanyate. Karya karana rupam tu. Nashvaram ksharam uchyate. Ksharat viruddha dharmatvat Brahma aksharam ad iti bhanyate. Ksharat viruddha dharmatvat Brahma aksharam ad iti bhanyate. Karya karana rupam tu nashvaram ksharam uchyate. Karya karana rupam tu nashvaram ksharam uchyate. What is akshara? That which is opposed in its nature to kshara. Whatever that is kshara, opposed means having the right opposite features than that kshara is akshara. Ksharad viruddha dharmatva, being the one which has got right opposite features or nature than the kshara. Therefore, Brahma, that Brahma, which is the very basis or in which the avyakruta akasha is centered, is what? Aksharam iti bhanyate, is described as akshara. So what is akshara now? That which is in its nature opposed to kshara. Now question is, answer has come. Unless you don't know kshara, unless you know kshara, you can't know now akshara. What is kshara? So now what is kshara is said. Karya Karana Rupam tu Nashwaram Ksharam Uchyate. This is what is Kshara, which are the nature of Karya Karana, cause and effect. That which is of the nature of, or of the form of, cause or effect. Anything which is the cause, anything which is the effect, that is what? Kshara. Tu, that is what, and it itself is what? Nashwaram. Rupam here is Atmakam. Karya Karanamakam. So Rupam is not form, etc. Of the nature of Karya Karanatmakam. So that is what is Nashwaram, destructible, Sharam Uchyate. So now you apply this norm. Apply this norm. What is Kshara? That which is Karya, cause or effect. Anything that has got the status of being cause is not the Akshara. Anything that has got the status of being the effect is not the Akshara. Yes or no? Huh? Now anything you take. Is there anything that is not the cause? Brahma is the cause or not? Brahma is cause or not? What is the cause of Jagat? ब्रह्म है नॉट? इतना वेदांत पढ़ा अभी तक पता नहीं है? From Jagat standpoint you say, just as you say the rope is the cause for the snake, really Brahma is not the cause for that. From the standpoint of your ignorance and false projection, we are what? We are forced to say temporarily Brahma as the cause. In reality, neither Jagat is born of Brahma, nor it is the cause of Jagat. So that's how I say. So, Akshay Karya Karanatmakam Nashvana Ksharam Uchyate. That which is opposed to that is Akshara. Now what is the next word which Vidyaranya Muni has to explain? Etadvai Tadaksharam. What is the next word? Gargi, should he explain you? Gargi. So you are supposed to know who has asked the question. So therefore he goes to the next word now. What is it? Brahmanaha abhivadanti. So, Brahmana say, who are these Brahmanas? So let us say the meaning of word Brahmana. This is in stanza here in the Yajnavalkya's answer in 388 and also here in 249 stanza Brahmanaha prahu. So why that Brahmana word is brought also will be seen. Dhvasta there. Dhvastatma jnana is there. Between tma and jna put one avagraha. Between tma and jna avagraha means ajnana it is actually. A is silent there. Ajnana. Dhvastatma jnana tatkarya pratyagyatatmya bodhataha. Tekta sarveshana atra brahmana iti kirtitaha. Atra pratyagyatatmya bodhataha dhvastatma jnana tatkaryaha tekta sarvenaha brahmanaha iti kirtitaha. Atra, in this Yajnavalkya's answer, whether you take here stanza 249 or original 388. So such people are described as Brahmana. Now see, who are these people? प्रत्यग याथात्म्य बोधतः ध्वस्तात्मा ज्ञान तत्कार्य. First let us take ध्वस्तात्मा ज्ञान तत्कार्य. Those who have dhvasta, destroyed, what? Ajnana of Atma. Those who have destroyed ajnana, ignorance of Atma, not simply ajnana of Atma, tatkarya. The body. Why? The mind is absorbed in the Swarupa. So such people, how did they accomplish this? Pratyagyatatmya bodhataha. So pratyagyatatmya bodhataha. By the bodha, knowledge of pratyagyatatmya. See, pratyagatma bodhataha not told there. Pratyag bodhataha not told. Yathatmya, the true nature. What is that yathatmya? What is that? Aikatmya, identity with the akshara, standard 250. Tadaikatmyam means ekatmya, identity of pratyak, atma and akshara brahma. That is what is yathatmya. Pratyak yathatmya bodhataha. So not only that, and as a result of which Tyakta sarveshanaha. So those who are totally free from all the Eshanatraya. What are Eshanatraya? Vittaishana, Putraishana, Lokaishana. See, Pratyagyatatma Bodha has taken place and Eshanas are there, doesn't work. It means, suppose Eshanatraya are there, what does it mean? Simple. You need not scratch your head at all. What does it mean? Pratyagyatatma Bodha is not there. It is like test, like litmus test, this like that, like a test you can run. Desires are there means Bodha is not there. You can rest assured about it. Tyakta sarveshanaha. So they are what? Brahmanaha iti kirtita. So they are called as Brahmana. Means those who have got knowledge and nishtha in the knowledge, free from desire, they are described here as what? Brahmanaha. Now, these Brahmanas say so. Means I don't say. These Brahmanas say Abhivadanti. So why that Abhivadanti? Brahmana Abhivadanti. Let us see. So he is now absolving himself from the two defects. So dosha dvaya rahitya. The first import of Abhivadanti. Shastraika gamyata siddhyai vadantityabhidhiyate brahmanas tadvadantiti swaparadha nishedhagihi. Shastraikya gamyata siddhyai vadanti, put vadanti in inverted comma, iti abhidhiyate brahmanaha tad vadanti. Also this phrase is inverted comma. Brahmanaha tad vadanti iti swaparadha nishedhagihi. Swaparadha nishedhagihi. So why he says vadanti, abhivadanti? So why? Shastraikya gamyata siddhyai. This is something which can be known only through Shastra. It cannot be described otherwise. It is not an object of the intellect of any person, however great the person may be. At one place, Lord Shiva says, Akshara Brahma Asmadadayaha Bhrityaha. Asmadadaya means the one like us, who says Shiva, who is the Adi there. Vishnu and Brahmaji are what? In Akshara Swarupa Brahma we are what? Bhrityaha. We are no one. Lord Shiva saying, okay? And Chela be not ordinary Chela in front. You know who is the Chela in front? Not Narada, Vashishta. Vashishta asked Bhagavan. So Vashishta and his disciples in some Himalayas, they were lost in their tapas. Early Brahma Muhurta, so they were in meditation. And Vashishta came out of meditation. Suddenly he saw bright and brilliant everywhere. So and then he saw who? Shiva and Parvati there. So then he woke up the who? All the disciples and with all that is some flowers etc. went how? Not near, keeping a distance. That respect. So he went and say at a certain distance and he prayed and also offered. And then asked, so Bhagavan, please teach me the mode of doing archana. Which archana? Not your sahasra archana, laksha archana. Not this. And there he says, the real archana means worship, puja. Is nothing but Atmaiva Devo Bhagavan Shivaha Jnanarchane Navirita Aviratam Pujaye. With Paramakarana Atmaiva Devo Bhagavan Shiva Paramakaranam. Again, Shiva means he is not referring to himself. Shiva is referring to who? Akshara Brahma. That is the Bhagavat Tattva. And how it is to be worshipped? Jnanarchane Naviratam Pujaye. With the worship of knowledge, always you are. Do the archana. That is very, that means it goes on elaborating how it is. That means everywhere you see nothing but Brahman. At one the stage he says, Asmadaraya Bhrityaha. Says that Akshara Brahma means we are what? Just not even servant. Means in Bhritya means what? Not literally servants or things. We are so insignificant compared to what Akshara Brahma is. Okay. So therefore, Abhivadanti. So therefore say, so that is Shastraika Gamyata Siddhai. So to show that it can be known only through the Shastra, Vadanti, so that Brahmana, so that Jnanis, so they say Iti Abhidiyate. So what is accomplished by such a statement? That the Jnanis say so and it can be known only through the Shastra. This is what is accomplished. Brahmanaha tad vadanti iti. This statement that such Brahmanas describe or speak about that is for this purpose. Swaparadha nishedha gihi. Gihi means statement. Is a statement to deny or refute or dismiss the two defects on one's own part. So the two defects, what are they? Stanza 248 you can refer to. Vakti chet avachasya uktita. 248. If we describe avachasya vaktita, so that what happens? So he will be vakti chet. So that means if we describe, it's a description of something which cannot be described. Anuktau vadita hani. If he doesn't answer, he loses the debate. So that is what there. Both defects are overcome. So that is swaparadha nishedagi. To acquit oneself from both the defects. So that is said brahmanaha tad vadanti. What are those doshadaya rahitya or swaparadha nishedagi? That is described. Navacham vachmyaham kintu vadanti guravo khilaha iti vachmi vachastena vaditapi nahiyate. Aham avacham na vachmi. Aham avacham na vachmi. Kintu akhilaha guravaha vadanti. Kintu akhilaha guravaha vadanti. Iti vachmi. Iti vachaha vachmi. Iti vachaha vachmi. Tena vadita api nahiyate. Tena vadita api nahiyate. Aham avacham na vachmi. So, I am not describing something which is indescribable. Avacham means na vacham. Don't take avach other way, Foul words, abuse, etc. Avacham, not that way. That which is not available for description. Na vacham. Vaktum yogyam vacham. That which is fit to be described or spoken. So that which is not fit to be described. You know that one, I told you one. Chandrasekhar Bharati, Shankaracharya of, I think he is the grand guru of the present Shankaracharya Sringeri Math. So grand guru, guru's guru. So he used to always get lost in contemplation only. Once he was sitting in a room in the Math, some disciple, not knowing, he just barged in. The great person is there and he just without permission barges in. He was taken aback because he saw him. So Chandrasekhar Bharati also saw his plight. He know that by miscase he just made a sign, sit down. Abhi sit down karega, so he has to sit down there. And he was lost in his. In between he smiled. Who? Chandrasekhar Bharati. He smiled. Again he was lost. After a long time he asked, do you know why did I smile? What he can know. Why did he smile, etc. See, look, you have come here. Courtesy demands what? I should speak something to you. Etiquette it is. Someone somewhere has a courtesy demand. So I was thinking what to speak now. So, that thing that deserves to be spoken, I can't speak. What deserves to be spoken? What deserves to be described? Only one thing. What? Brahma. Atma Brahma. That only deserves to be described. But I can't describe why it is not beyond the word. Now Jagat can be described or not? Jagat. That which can be described need not be spoken. So Jagat is the one which can be described because Nama Rupa can be described by the words, but there is no need of describing Jagat. Why? It is false, you see, it is to be thrown out as a. Do you, unless garbage picker is there, is anybody interested in the garbage? Nowadays they are interested. Madras Municipal Corporation auctions the garbage. Do you know why? They make fertilizers out of that. Stupid fellows, instead of giving the garbage for making fertilizer, they charge on that also. Anyway, that's a different thing, yes, sir. So that certain thing, no, But the bio something is the thing you can make for good fertilizers. If more thing, ask ML Pira, he is taking contract. he goes there, Madras, for that means supervising. Not, he doesn't take contract, but he knows the mechanism. Anyway, so like this. So nobody is interested. So therefore, Jagat which needs to be thrown, why I should? So that way, what needs to be spoken cannot be described. What can be described cannot be, need not be spoken. So therefore here, avacham vachmi. So if I describe the Akshara Brahma, I will get the dosha, defect. What is it? Avacham, that which is not worthy to be, that which is not fit to be described or which cannot be described. I am describing me something wrong I am doing. Kintu, so therefore I am not saying so. Then what? Akhilaha guravaha vadanti. This all Guru Shishya Parampara, all Gurus of the past are describing that. So therefore means I am acquitted of the charge. So I have not done something wrong as such. So iti vachaha vachmi. So I am just repeating the statement of the past Gurus. And thereby what happens? So defect of describing which cannot be described, that also goes. Again, because he has given the answer, vadita tena, by giving such answer, vadita pi na hiyate. So even the vadita, that means the debate also is not lost. So that he can, Yajnavalkya could not answer, such a thing doesn't come. Why? I have given you the answer. So this way he gets himself freed from both the blame. But now the problem comes, okay, you have washed off your hand by quoting whom? Gurus. Now those Gurus all have described which is indescribable or not. They are not something Mahabhagas. Huh? If that is the case, so what is the great thing you are quoting? Tutka Chela Putka Guru. You ran after Putka Gurus and you are Tutka Chela, and now you are quoting whom? Gurus. So what is that? You are not going to get acquitted now. Because, so what will happen now? Yajnavalkya is an idiot. He is following the idiot. That's all. That's all. So that, you know that? Tutka Chela Putka Guru. All Kali Yuga, all are like that only. Neither the Guru is worthy of being Guru, nor the Chelas are anywhere being near the Shishya. They say, all are Paramananda Guru. Paramananda Chelas. You know, there is some sarcastic story there, Paramananda. It means all Buddhas were there. There were nothing Guru Shishya, all Buddhas were there. Anyway. So, that is, the question arises, but how they can do it? So you said you have acquitted yourself, you are quoted whom? The Gurus, Brahmana. But how even they are all human beings? They have to use what they have to use? Words only. And words themselves cannot describe how they can do it. So because the fault goes to them. So that is how they have done it. They have perfectly done it. Because why? They have not done it. Who done it? Shruti has done it, and these Gurus are only quoting the Shruti, and it is done with pakka perfection. That for that, how did these masters describe? The question is raised and answer is being given. Guravo, that means they describe like this. How? Asthulam, Ananu, etc. That is how they describe. 388. Guravopi katham prahuhu avachamiti chet sruno sthuladinam nishedena lakshayantaksharam buddhaha Guravaha api katham avacham prahuhu iti chet shruno. Buddhaha sthuladinam nishedena aksharam lakshayanti. The question arises like this. Guravaha api katham avacham prahu. You have escaped by quoting who? Gurus. But how Gurus can describe which is avacha, which cannot be described by the words? Guravaha api. Even those Gurus you have quoted, katham, how? Avacham, that which cannot be described word, how can they describe? Iti chet. If that is the question, Shrunu, please listen the answer. So what they do, these great masters, based on Shruti, Buddhaha, Jnanis, Sthuladinam Nishedena Aksharam Lakshayanti. So they by Lakshana Vritti, by indicative method, by indication, what they do, Sthuladinam, so that is Nishedena, by negating sthula adi will say afterwards. So it is not sthula, means it is distinct from gross. Adi for rasva, dirgha, lohita, sneha, chaya, tamaha, vayu, akasha, sangaha, rasaha, gandha, chakshuhu, shrotram, vak, manaha, then manaha, again tejaska, prana, mukha, matra, antara, bahya. By negation of all these, by, so what? Lakshana vritti, by indication, they are able to convey. So this is like this. Sthuladhinam, this will come to that. Sthuladhinam nishedena, sthula, hrasva, etc. By negating all this, 388. It's on, we'll see that through Shruti also, 388. So aksharam lakshayanti, those buddhaha, jnanis, they indicate, they point out, this is what akshara is. The Shruti 88, which gives this method, is like this. The relevant Shruti Vakya is asthulam, ananu, arhasvam, adirgham, alohitam, asneham, achayam, atamaha, avayu, anakasham, asangam, arasam, agandham, achakshukam, not achashushkam, achakshukam, ashrotram, avak, amanaha, atejaskam, apranam, amukham, amatram, anantaram, abhahyam, natadashnati kinchana, natadashnati kaschana. So it means asthulam. Asthulam means sthulat anyat, distinct from whatever that is gross. Any blessed gross thing you take, it is not Brahma. It is distinct from gross. Yes, Ananu, it is distinct from something that is subtle. Anu, subtle, it is distinct from whatever that you can think of subtle. Arhasvam, distinct from short. Adirgham, distinct from something that is long. Alohitam, literally distinct from red. Red stands as the feature of fire. So means it stands for all forms. It is means it is something distinct from all the forms. Alohitam. Asneham, it is distinct from anything that is oily. So sneha. Achayam, distinct from shadow. Atamaha, distinct from darkness. Avayu, it is not vayu, distinct from vayu. General vayu, okay. Anakasham, distinct from akasham. Asangam, not attached or connected to anything, not related to anything. Arasam, distinct from taste. Agandham, distinct from smell. Achakshukam, distinct from eyes. Ashrotram, distinct from the ear. Avak, distinct from the speech. Amanaha, distinct from the mind. Atejaskam, distinct from fire. Apranam, the internal, that is free from pranas, distinct from pranas. Amukham, distinct from the mukha, face. Amatram means nothing is measured by this. It is not something by which something else can be measured. Anantaram, it is not something that is hollow. Abhahyam, it is not outside. Natadashnati kinchana, natadashnati kashan. It doesn't eat anything, nor does anything eat it. So like this, by the method of negation, they have indicated what the Brahma is, and this is what Shruti only does it. So that is now, let us see. Now the question arises, if it is something distinct from this, then what it should be? General conclusion will be what? It must be Shunya. It may not exist at all. So no. So because of which even you know Shunya. See, this word Shunya, generally we take Shunya as what? Non-existent. Maitrayani Upanishad has used the word Shunya for Brahma. Do you know in what sense? Shunya, we generally overlook the meaning of Shunya as empty. Shunya word has got the meaning non-existence, okay, but it has also got the meaning of empty. So the Shruti uses the word empty from Jagat. That is what? Brahma. So therefore, here one may take Shunya as non-existent. No, this is not what is considered as Shunya by Shunyavadis. Shunyavadis, Buddhistic school of thought, we speak of non-existence. It is not that Shunya at all. So it is the very basis of everything. If everything is removed, what remains the adhisthana is this ever-existing principle. So therefore, it is not this is not the thing which is taken to as Shunya or non-existence by Shunyavadis. It is not so. That is now described. Why? It is the adhisthana of everything. Abhavashesho nashankyaha nishedhavadisheshana nabhavanishto lokepi nishedha kimutakshare. Om Swasti Prajabhyah Paripalayam Nyayena Margena Mahimesha Go Brahmanibhyah Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Kale Vashatu Parjanya Prithvi Sastrashali Desho Yamsho Bharita Dhamana Svantu Nirbhaya Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina Sarve Santu Niraya